y'all, my name is Rai Broadnax and I'm back again with yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about things that I wish I knew before I ever started a business. I started my first business back in 2017, 2018. I can't remember the year. I can never remember the year. And I was about 23 years old. Now I am 30. And my views on just like entrepreneurship and stuff have changed. Well, a lot of it's still the same, but it has changed a bit. The first thing is that sometimes you need a job. 23-year-old me would be like, girl, what? But sometimes you need a job while you're pursuing entrepreneurship. If I had a job and kept a job when I first started my business, I probably would be in a much better predicament right now than what I am. I would have been able to use my job money for my bills and then use my business money to put back into my business and continue growing whatever business venture, I was doing or pursuing at the time. Now, I will also say if back in time, I would have just been consistent in general with my business, and maybe I wouldn't need a job necessarily, but either way, hindsight's 2020, and I have two options, two paths I could have went down. So either sometimes, like I said, sometimes you need that job, or you just need to make sure you are very intense and consistent with what you're doing so that you're able to sustain what you're doing. But I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Sometimes you need a job, okay? Sometimes having a job will help you, alleviate some of the stress that you'll be going through as an entrepreneur. It'll enable you to be able to, pay your bills, have health insurance and things like that. So you aren't having those concerns of like, oh, what's going on in my business? I can't pay my bills. Okay. Sometimes you need a job. Drama will interfere with your business and it will take from your business. I can think of plenty times that I've been dealing with something or going through whatever or having whatever with whoever, whatever was going on. And I feel like I took attention and time from my business that I could have been putting into my business. And I was putting it into something that just didn't even matter. Stuff I don't even care about today. Things that it's just not even that damn deep. Be mindful of that if you are trying to start a business or if you have a business now. Just when it comes to drama and stuff like that, keep it at a minimum. And deal with things how you need to deal with them, but deal with them and leave them where they're at. Whatever you put your attention into grows. So basically you over here growing something negative and you're neglecting your business. Stay focused. Focus on that business. Don't let X, Y, and Z distract you. These two things I don't really feel like apply to me. I feel like I already knew these from the beginning. And these are two things that have helped me grow my brand and my businesses. And third thing is that collaboration is the way. You can decide for yourself to what level you want to collaborate with other people. Me personally, I've never had a situation that's like, oh, Pretty Ray X whoever, Pretty Ray and a whole bit, and we're doing like this whole big thing. No. However, when it comes to my business and I'm doing shoots or people are buying my stuff and posting, about my product and stuff like that, I don't mind tagging other people. I don't mind, tagging the people that I work with, whoever my photographer is and things like that. I don't mind doing that because that gets you more exposure. Somebody once told me that when they do somebody's hair, if the person brings hair from another company, they don't tag that company whose hair it is. And I just thought that was crazy as heck, because I feel like when you do that, you are, whether you want to admit it or not, you are literally trying to stop somebody else or another company from growing. But what you're really doing is sabotaging yourself, which is crazy. And I think it's crazy to feel like you don't want to tag other people or give other people credit for things when we have no problem tagging like these huge businesses. So you're telling me you don't want to tag, Misha's Bundles, but you don't have no problem tagging Bohold, which you should. You should tag Bohold, but you should tag Misha's Bundles as well. I don't get it. And the way I look at stuff like that is like this. For example, when I had a cosmetic line, there would be times that girls would buy my cosmetics and then they would wear them like doing photo shoots, or like I just was scrolling through Instagram and I saw like an old post and a girl had wore my lip gloss and stuff like that, but she was doing a lash shoot for somebody. When I had a cosmetic line, I sold lashes as well. Do you think that when that girl tagged me in somebody else's lash stuff or whatever, when the lash page, you know, posted or whatever, and they tagged me in it, you think I didn't share? And the girl sent me the pictures. You think I didn't tag the lash company of the lashes she was wearing? You think I didn't? Oh, I did. Because what that does is opens you up and gets you more exposure. Let's go back to the hair example, because I want to break that down. So you as a hairstylist, you can have 50,000 followers, right? You can have 50,000 followers. Your client comes to you. They're like, oh, I want to use these bundles. You do the hair. You lay that hair down, okay? You post it. You tag Misha's bundles. Misha sees that her bundles is being used. She is just excited about it, of course. So she shares it to her story. Misha may have 200 followers, okay? And y'all might have 3, 4, 5 followers in common. But that's 195 other people who could possibly see that. And they may be looking for hair and they may see, you know, it's shared on Misha's bundles page, and they might be like, oh, somebody did this with the hair. From there, they're like, oh, well, let me go check out this person's page because they did the hair so good. They go on your page. They see that you not only offer, you know, installs, but you offer, you know, everything else. Presses, you shampooing the hair. They ain't got to come wash. And they might just want to come to you for another service, or they may just feel like they want to come to you for an install and then think, oh, she has sales or whatever. She got these parts. Oh, I like the hair that she has, and may end up wanting to buy hair from you anyway. Like, people just be so busy trying to be nasty. You're going to sabotage yourself. So when I say collaboration, it doesn't mean you got the full blown all out. Every time somebody asks you, do you want to do a whole shoot? Do you want to give us gloss for a shoot and all that? Nobody's saying that you have to do that at all. But when it comes to things like tagging people, that's the bare minimum. And something that small can elevate your business. Don't you want people to post when they, you know, get your services or products? Don't you want them to post them and tag them? So why would you feel like you wouldn't want to do that for another business? No shade. No shade at all. But seriously, I feel like when people think like that, you just have these limited beliefs. Like, you feel like everybody can't be successful. So I'm trying to sabotage everybody else. I'm trying to tell y'all, collaboration is the way to go. Something that I did before was, my business was just going very well at the time. When I was selling waist beads, I had made like $16,000 in 1 month. But before that month was over, I think I was somewhere around like $10,000. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna support other businesses. I'm gonna support other small Black owned businesses. So I got on Facebook. I wrote a status. I'm like, tag anybody with a business. If you get tagged, put your business information so I can buy stuff from y'all, so I can make a video and like do promo for y'all. And that's because I had the money to do that. You get what I'm saying? But when I did that, the status goes crazy, right? The status goes crazy. People tagging people. They're tagging people I don't even know, you know, that I've never had on my Facebook and stuff before. So now these people are being exposed to what it is that I have going on. They're being exposed to my business, my brand, and they're being introduced to my brand in such a good way. Like, it's like, oh my God, you know, she's trying to help other people's business. She ain't asking us to send her nothing for free. She's going to buy these things. So not only that was I building my brand that way, bringing awareness to my own brand by supporting other people's brands. People thought it was so sweet that I was doing it. So they were sending me money, and they were also purchasing from me. Like, people were going on my site like, oh, like they were leaving comments like, this is so nice of you. Like, I'm about to go on your site right now. The people who I was buying from, some of them were like, oh, you just bought something from me. I'm gonna go on your site and buy something from you. Like, I bought all the stuff and I made videos, like, you know, talking about what I have and where I got it from, like just giving promo. And that really helped my business. That is a form of collaboration. That's a very creative form of collaboration, I feel like. But it's collaboration nonetheless. Like, I didn't just feel like, oh, I'm making money, I'm out here, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to give back and include other people. When you do things like that and you are being kind to people and stuff like that, it will always come back to you. Collaboration is the way. I don't care what nobody tells you. And again, I'm going to emphasize it and say, I'm not saying you got to collaborate. Like every time somebody asks you something, you got to be like, yeah, I do. No, because I'm not doing that. I like to kind of do things on my own. I'm not going to lie to you. But when it takes a little bit of effort, somebody asking me to share something or making sure I tag people and giving them the recognition that they deserve, it's done every time. And that same courtesy will be extended to me. I feel like the real point in this is to not be a hater. How about that? Let's not be a hater. Don't feel like because somebody else is doing good or because you may be talking about somebody else's business that is going to take away from yours. If you doing what you're doing, how you're supposed to be doing, it's going to come to you regardless. And the last thing, this is not something I ever had an issue with as far as my business, but I see a lot of people have an issue with this and they run into an issue with this. Before you start a business, you need to know that you need to have zero expectations of everyone as far as supporting your business, because you will go through hell and back and be stressed and ready to quit and some change about who is and who is not supporting you because you feel like they're supposed to be. I don't care if it's your best friend, your mom. Nobody is supposed to be as gun-ho, over the top, excited about you and your business or your YouTube channel or whatever than you are. Nobody's even supposed to be as excited, truly, and dedicated to your venture as you are. And let me tell y'all something about that. I've had one person that was shared everything, every YouTube video, they was under it commenting, they was sharing every post, they was writing statuses, tagging me in it, sharing my, my business posts and stuff like that all the time, like everything. I had one person doing that, and that person hated me. Okay, hold on, that person hated me. That person was very jealous of me. Okay? So if you ever come into contact with that, be careful. Okay? Please. Nobody's supposed to be as dedicated to what you have going on as you are. And I feel like I see a lot of times people be like, oh, nobody support me. People are not going to support you if you're not supporting yourself. Okay? And as I become older, I've realized, like, even down to family, friends, and things like that, there are going to be you're going to have very few people that are really, truly invested in you. And that's just how it's supposed to be. That's just how it is, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's no way possible for everybody every Facebook friend, every follower you have, every cousin, all your family members, all your friends to be just so invested in you that they are there to share every post, buy some of everything that you get your services every 2 weeks. It's just not, that's not how life works. And you will drive yourself nuts and be ready to be like, oh, I'm going to quit my business because you feel like people are not supporting you when it's really not that deep. I promise you, 9 times out of 10 it's not that deep. And people like to say or think people are purposely not supporting them. Think about it. Think about it for yourself. How many times today did you scroll past something on social media and you didn't actually double tap it or love it or like it or share it? And it wasn't something that you just hated. It's so much stuff on our timelines and stuff like that. You aren't going to be able to like everything that you don't dislike. You get what I'm saying? Even if it is your friends and family. And if you are able to like everything, something wrong with you anyway. Because who ready to be just sitting on everything you see on Facebook? Every single thing. Nobody's going to, you're not going to tell me. So how can you expect that from everybody else? How can you expect that from anybody else? That everything, and then the way algorithms work. I be so tired of talking about this. I swear, the way algorithms work, everybody does not see everything. Anyway, everything's not even in chronological order anymore. And even if it was, people still would not see everything. And then people holler about support and stuff like that. Like, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. The only time there's going to be a situation, especially like when it comes to your family, that especially like with your family or like all of your friends, or even social media, that everybody on there is going to pay attention to you, is you have to be like filthy rich or something like that. Then all your cousins gonna call you. Everybody gonna want to talk to you. Everybody gonna want to know what you got going on. And at that point, you wouldn't want that, because that's not genuine anyway. For me, I have one cousin that has ever told me that I'm their favorite cousin. And that's my cousin Imani. Right? And I know that Imani loves me, and I love Imani. That's my favorite little cousin. Shout out to you, girl. I love my cousin. And my cousin doesn't, well, I don't know if she's ever bought something from me before. I'm sure she has. But she doesn't, every time I start a business, she's just like, oh, you know, I got to buy this, that, everything Meek releases. I got to get this, that, and the third. Or every YouTube video, she's under it, commenting, going off. And Imani has her own life, right? But Imani has supported me in ways that maybe other people aren't able to or willing to. I remember just sweet things my cousin has said to me from years ago. I appreciate that form of support. And this is somebody that says I'm her favorite cousin, but she's not buying every single thing from me all the time, and she doesn't have to. I have another cousin named Janae. Any business I start, Janae's gonna buy something. Okay? And I don't have many other people that buy something from every business I start. But Janae's going to buy something. But do I think Janae is out every day of her life telling everybody about me? Oh my God, my cousin Renico, well, boy, you gotta check out her YouTube channel. You gotta do. No, and I don't expect her to. But just because Janae is not liking all my posts, or Imani and them are not liking all my posts, does that mean that my cousins do not support me? Do that mean that they not support? No, that's not what that means. It doesn't mean that at all. I have a cousin named Nate. Everything I post about a cookie, he gonna share it. Every single time about my business, he's going to share it. That mean that every business I have, Nate is buying everything, and every YouTube video I got, he's watching it all and telling everybody he meets about me and stuff like that. And just, no, that's my job. It's my job to support myself. And then a lot of people will talk about support, but what have you done? What have you done? What have you really done that everybody's supposed to just be up in arms about you and what you have going on? What have you done? Now, do I feel like your family and friends are supposed to support you? Yes. Yes, in some way, shape, or form. A close family member or a close friend, they don't acknowledge what you got going on with you, but they don't say, dang, you doing a good job, or try to buy something at least once, or yeah, I think then. But I think a lot of times you get this idea in your head that because they're your family and friends, they're supposed to support you. And that's just not reality. Sometimes they are not your customer. They're not your market. Even if it's something you feel like, oh, they buy cookies or they eat cookies, they should be ordering cookies from me. You don't know people's pocket. It's so much that can go into it, but literally, let's just put it into a visual. I feel like a lot of times our expectations of other people are up here. They're very high. But our expectations of ourselves is very low. You expect people to be gung-ho, hua about your business, your venture, your YouTube channel, but you have this expectation of yourself. You're not showing up for your business. You're not going extra hard, rah about your own business. So let's switch it. You need to have your expectations for yourself up here and your expectations for everybody else down here. With that being said, let's talk about in the case that somebody maybe is they are purposely making sure that they don't support you. They purposely not liking nothing. They purposely not supporting your business at all. And they somebody close to you and they should be showing you some type of love. Let's talk about that case. There was this one time a girl wrote a status and she was like, oh, you know, I'm not getting any support. I feel like she said from family, specific family. She said something specific that made me know like it was about like family or people, somebody that was close to her. But she's like, I'm not getting support, blah, blah, blah. I might as well just quit, yada, yada, yada. So you got people under there. Of course, they like, oh, don't quit, blah, 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 blah. I came under there and I said, if somebody is purposely not supporting you, then that's because they see something on you that they want to stop. Like they see that you had a potential to be successful, for this to work out for you, and they want to stop you. Why would you give them the satisfaction? I don't give a damn who it is. If it's your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your old friends, the ops, if they purposely are not supporting you to deter you from what you're doing, why would you get them the satisfaction? Why would you get them the satisfaction? Why would you get that person the satisfaction of knowing that because they didn't support you, you quit? Girl, get it together. When I said that to her, I told her, you know, you shouldn't quit because why would you get them satisfaction? She interpreted that however she wanted to interpret it and was upset that I wasn't on her post like, oh, what do you call it? Oh, don't quit, don't quit. No, I'm ready to get you together. But that's why I just learned to be quiet. And if somebody asks me something, I'm not ready to tell them. Because something about me telling somebody something, even if it's not rude, it just takes some people somewhere. I guess it's because I'm me, to be honest. But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. You gotta show up for yourself and believe in yourself if you want other people to believe in you. And that's what you need to know before you start a business. Because if you depend on other people's support and all that to sustain you through anything, through life in general, it's never going to work. You're going to be quitting and crying forever. And sometimes you may have family members and stuff that just flat out don't believe in you and don't support you and might even tell, who do you think you are to have a business? You can't go to college, this, that, and the third. But I want to tell you that nobody's ever going to tell you that you cannot. Nobody that's ever done it is going to tell you that you can't. They can't see it for you if they can't even see it for themselves. And that's what goes on a lot of times. You letting people talk you out of your dreams that don't even have dreams or didn't even pursue their own dreams. I go through a bit of that in my family too. Not much, but I have to deal with that with my dad sometimes. No shade to my dad. I love my dad. But he's all like, oh, you should have did 20 years in the Army. You should have did 20 years in the Army, which is what he probably should have did, and he didn't do that. So I guess he feels like maybe that's the best he could do with his life, but that's not the best I could do with mine. And my dreams are so much bigger than that. And I can't expect somebody else to understand my dreams because they are mine and God gave them to me. Okay? So I'm not up here talking to y'all about something that I don't know and I haven't experienced myself personally. I know what it feels like to have a dream and the people, somebody that you love and care about does not believe in you. And they don't believe in you because they don't believe in themselves. So you have to always believe in yourself. Because I get support, but it's something about a lack of support, you know, from a parent or something that it's going to hurt. It's going to feel the type of way when your family members, your friends, or somebody tell you that they don't believe in you. But the only thing you could do is keep going and prove them wrong. And that's what I'm going to do every time. Do not let other people starve you of your dreams. Don't let they lack of support stop you from reaching your goals. You need to use that as motivation. Okay? On the days that you don't feel motivated and you feel like you can't, sometimes you got to do it just because somebody else don't want you to. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I got. Leave something in the comments. Let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know things that you wish you knew before you started a business. Some advice that you can give to other business owners or whatever. And let me know what you guys want me to talk about next. Thank you again so much for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.